all information came to us from books that wasn't personally delivered by God's own voice. Everything came elsewhere through books, through people writing books, maybe about their own thoughts, their own religion, their own wisdom. They came about showing the world behind them, that's coming behind them, how to live and live prosperously and happily. And so books are the result of need for knowledge across the world. In all wars that have ever been fought, books have been protected. They've been hauled out of the area where they might be in danger, and they were taken to places where they can be kept safe. And the world's knowledge. And we all have heard of the Alexandrian library that burned. There was a lot of men who carried books out as fast as they could, and some of those books still exist today. People write books to help future generations, like a lot of people plant trees, I guess, because somebody planned for the future. I have made lots of little objects. I do it for kids as toys. I make things to share with friends. And everything that I do, I think most people would agree that a little piece of me is in that gift. And at least that would be my intention. That's not anything mystical. That's just because of one personality reaching out to another personality, another human being, trying to help them enjoy life a little better, or have a toy, or read a book. Now, this is a book that you might have an interest in. I certainly have an interest in it. I did the tooling and the leather work. I don't sell these kinds of bindings, go on books, because they tear the books apart, but I will sew a binding onto it. And so I was working in New Mexico on the Bell Ranch along with this man who's a famous Western artist, who's Gary Morton, a great guy. And these gentlemen we were all out getting out of the dust that day, and I was playing a song, and old George was singing a song. He knew more songs than anybody I ever saw. This is me. I was 23 years old in that picture. And so all I ever wanted to be was a cowboy. And so I have still got that same desire. I don't have quite the skills anymore because of my age, but I have searched everything cowboy. This is the only picture I had of me crying. Actually, there's just smoke coming out of there. But this is our crew at the Bell Ranch in that particular summer that I was there. I was wrangling on that morning. That's the first thing that anybody does, is go get all the horses. And that's what I was doing that day. I had a friend, Gary Morton, that loves my picture that I took of him. I took this one personally. His horse kind of got a little wrinkle in his back. Yeah, this one here. When that photographer was there, we were always kind of complaining that he was right in our face all the time. He really took a really wonderful picture of me there, didn't he? My buddy Bert West. One of the things that I have had the most joy out of in my early years, 10 or 12, 14 years old, was reading these books right here, this set of books. These came to me after I was grown, but I read them one at a time in my teenage years up through college. And it was about a man named Will James who ranched all over the big ranches of western United States and Canada. His actions, his drawings inspired me, and he was one of those that wasn't able to live long himself. He was long gone before I was born. This is a book that I made to replicate the books that I see on the internet. It's got the tarred strips of leather. I used rope. It's got an oak board that has been aged. This is one that I did back during the pandemic. I took all the grocery sacks we had and I made pages for this interesting old book. I hand carved the flavor on it, and I burned the boards and then cleaned them off, which is a major job when you burn the boards. Oh boy. Here it is. Thought, what did I do that neat? Talking about how many I've sewn with one needle. Here I'm dropping it and taking it apart. Okay, we're gonna go back to work here. People have asked me if I would be interested in teaching this, and I absolutely would not. It's taken me so long to learn. I'm so slow about doing things. And not that I wouldn't appreciate them being interested in everything, but I'm not very patient in matters like that, it seems. So basically, I'm going to take them apart to some degree here. I got to leave them together enough to get them through the hole on the board. So. You see, it still feels a little loosey-goosey, but everything I do from here on out, this will give the main body of strength to the book, because that ropes are going to hold it. And I will put cloth here. The old-timers would have used parchment or rawhide here and here. I will be using high-dollar denim strips that will glue into that area right there, and it'll stabilize those pages a little, even more than the ropes have. I'm so limited with my bookbinding skills, I don't have the ability to put the kind of beauty that I really have in my mind for some of my books. You know, there's some of these little measurements here that I don't even remember how I came up with them. I just use it every time. Well, what I tell people, and I write in the journals that I put often, I said, you know, the things that this book will hold that you write in here will last 100 years, maybe more. But more importantly, it will never just go poof and be gone one day. As you know, technology has done. Even with backups, you'll never see what people have in books since the earliest times, 1,500 years ago, 2,000 years ago. The writings of people is still available for people to search and to understand. And what we're doing is a lot more popular than people think. There's a lot of people on the internet, but there's a lot of people still visiting libraries, still reading books. And I hope that's always that way, and I think it will be. I would encourage mostly men to explore and make a desperate effort to read a book at least once a year, if not once a month. I think the value you'll get out of it will be beyond what you can imagine. I think the ladies are doing that. I don't think the men are. As a friend, as a father, as a grandfather, I want them to remember the faith I have and the ability that I have chased whatever dream I chose, and I caught them. I think every single one. What could be a finer life than that I have experienced, everything I wanted to experience, and I'm still looking forward to more.